I'm Ian Ashbridge, I'm Farmers Weekly's business editor. We're back here at Adam Henson's farm in the Cotswolds. We're trying to pin down again just what sustainability means. We've got another 4 films like this, and the first one we're going to look at exactly what it means in a business context. What makes a business sustainable? So I'm joined by Alec Jones. Alec, you see different businesses all over farming and all over the country. What does a sustainable business look like to a lender?
From our point of view, it's one that's got both a short and a long-term plan for the business. In farming in particular, that's always a feature because families typically and large agribusinesses are always looking to future generations. Yep. In fact, short-term in farming is 12 months, whilst in some other businesses, if you're manufacturing widgets, short-term is 2 days. Yeah. I think that drives the essence of sustainability in agriculture.
Most operations in farming tend to be long-term things. You have to, if you're saying winter wheat, it goes in, in September, October, and you've then got a long time to wait. And do you think that sort of longevity is inherent in sustainable businesses?
It is. It's an important thing combined with attention to detail. But you've got the short-term factors which are there and you're aware of and need to work and manage with. But farmers in particular have the ability to look beyond those. And I would say, naturally, any good lender in that sector has to have the same ability. It's not ignoring the short-term pressures, but conscious that it's part of a much longer-term strategy. Because
even a business that's not using its overdraft or has got a well-managed cash account and is financially very healthy, without a long-term vision, how sustainable is that from a lender's point of view?
The key is that the business has got a future. And can deal with long-term commitments, or also is planning for new commitments it may have to make over that time. As you said, at the particular point it may not be borrowing, but if it's giving attention to the longevity of the business, then other opportunities come in for that business for investment, which can be funded either by a lender or from resources that have been generated over time and built up as reserves. Adam, how are you?
Very well, yeah.
Good, thanks for having me along here. It's good to see you at Bemborough.
When Gareth Oakley first approached me and asked me whether I'd like to be your farming ambassador, I was a little taken aback and obviously honoured to be asked. And having a good, solid relationship with Lloyds Bank as one of their customers, and then hearing the story about how much you're investing into agriculture and how important you feel it is, I was really enthused to be a part of it. And it's great to be going around the shows, writing for Farmers Weekly and meeting the general public and farmers.
One of the most important things for us, I think, was that we've had the relationship with you for a number of years, and you've explained through your own local manager what's been important to you. I feel that's equally as important in terms of how other farmers see their lender.
I think so, yes. I mean, for us to be able to pick up the phone as a business and speak to an agricultural manager who understands farming and not get a call centre is essential. And Philip Bolton is my local manager, and he's fantastic. If our single farm payment hasn't come in on time, he understands why and understands how much is coming in and is going to come. With fertiliser prices going through the roof, moving from £200 a tonne to £320 a tonne, if we want money up front to buy at a sensible price, he will advise if it's the right or wrong thing to do, but also we'll have the confidence to lend. And that has really helped us through.
Right. Okay, I think it's that pair of hands that acts as a sounding board. I think that's important. And as I say, we're pleased you're able to support us at various shows around the country this year as well, which you'll be coming and meeting much again the general public and other farmers, and using your own personal experiences and reaching a wide farming audience.
Yeah, and I think that that sustainability issue that we've been talking about, and I know the bank is very keen on looking at it, is about long-term relationships, isn't it? About making businesses survive.
Yes.
And it's the financial aspect, which is where the bank comes from, but also I think the relationship that you can build in trust and integrity to make the businesses survive and make them sustainable.
And I think sustainability is such a broad heading that you have to break it down into the right chunks. Hence, we'll look at the financial side, and I know we'll be speaking in other bits of this series about the environmental elements as well. And that's all to do with running a business and running it progressively into the future, because if you're not running it sustainably, it won't be there.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.